Memamu ina akwaba at the bank assertivity for any nkonkohwe eye NDC akachina say na beka ya bra assistance John Dramani Mahama the campaigns no den say we not to your concerning the cost of living in Ghana which was it in Ghana say na you live in Ghana especially economy ni sika spending so no but make sure say Ghana for citizens who be high anya asem ketwa and it will make sure say the finance minister will be make sure say be working hand in hand with honor the president, we make sure say the high cost of living in Ghana is better by even 14 to 20% or my Ghana muha. And I'm interested in any assassination John Dramani Mahama and winning the 2024 December 7th general elections. No, and I first know the curiosity to our ministers are assessing another down kuku for the appoint to monobar. We make sure say 60 ministers are no be juma. 60 ministers in all, we purchase a cabinet ministers, so deputy ministers, so main ministers, ni na okabi biabuma say 60. There's nothing for air kwam ba for Abronye, and I feel soon a Captain Smart, any MVP penifoni be ababonting, etunto sokopa, atre the sitting party, Tifoyan Sęcret, Wadentiana, because a letter from a Dr. Kesu Atofo Sęcret sika omo spend the editor ministers for neka this sika on spend wa Ghana mamu has in it is 4 times there assistance na nando dan kokufado na net for mo so mo dwen ho a omo ntia service nim say assistance na nando dan kokufado appointee over 142 ministers no mu yedwuma and assistance John Dramani Mahama so say nim say 60 ministers na so do mu yedwuma that's why ban sign na 60 ministers sika auditor mo ka say kan ina boma it is times 4 of their assistance na nando dan kokufado use na penifo use sa chima omo ntia accident here it is na as numbers no it doesn't really make any sense to them and it say be pinam no ko tie sama MPP penifo e ka no modi tudwa madam ina
but we must be factual with the issues, especially the ones that are that borders on data. First of all, it is not true. It's not true say MPP and the electricity across the IMF say yentum and yanokre completely false. Number two, it is not true say IMF yes say bonnet. IMF yes say bonnet the engineer. What praises are all them NDC in anka enfaso bi eni so because IMF na dey obi akwa kopem. Number 3, the issue about electricity no so for IMF conditionality na the makwa kan yi pa there is nowhere in the IMF conditionality a kasa about mandatory electricity increase.
Excellent. Okay.
Everywhere there is nowhere in the IMF conditionality.
But the review,
quarterly adjustment. Yes.
You
know, a decrease or increase or leave it as it is. And until MPP na kasakrana a core IMF no. There are years and our quarters will not increase utility tariffs. Indeed, in some instances they were even decreased, even under the same IMF conditionality. And he say, "Abina, also say, or you buying bonnet, or you put bonnet, or the IMF mu, the bonnet, you for me say no. The same IMF no conditionality no. Or to me, a decrease utility, and now say, or to me, just utility at the same price as the tanker. Now, Abina will born a basso, a born in some random. So, why are we asking in a year now? Who claim it was the economy? So, no end and maintaining utility tariffs. Now, within 4 months, we're increasing utility tariffs by 28%. So, you can praise him all you want. I don't point fingers at somebody who did absolutely nothing, who has nothing to do with this. Say, NDC are by them. Now say, reduce a friend is saying exchange rate from 14 cedis to the dollar. Now all about 11 to the dollar. Now say, increase electricity tariff by 28%. Local production, cost of local production will still go up, and cost of prices will not go down. And if it is zero sum approach, you know, you cannot disguise and I say cover up this fact because it is what the data is saying. And see, nobody should mislead the public. Yeah. And an MPPC and an NDC electricity tariff. That is not true.
Okay, Dennis, Mamin Dennis Bato, yeah, said yeah. Well, we'll say you believe in data, now we're believing in factual, your friend is saying, factual and accurate statement. Yeah, share with you. So what far a year, page 74 of IMF, woman and normal yedukotu woman. Table 3 never honor say Ghana proposed structural conditionality under the extended credit facility 2023-2024. Intuition Hana. Bullet 2. Implement an upfront weighted average electricity tariff adjustment of at least 29%. And written na abemu for kasa wamu kura net sanka ntumu ni nyina no it should be 29% na yenya ni 28. As a Chinese anabi ayane yenti asiana.
Then I okay no Mark.
I'm reading from IMF. One more. Okay. IMF, Ghana's proposed structural conditionality under the program, which is the extended credit facility. Now bullet 1 bullet 2 no or say implement an upfront weighted average electricity tariff adjustment of at least 29%. And then maybe say we no
adjustment
adjustment, but don't say what's my benchmark or say at least 29%.
Adjustment downwards and upwards.
Adjustment must be either upwards or downwards. But there is a benchmark, 29%.
The benchmark can be 29% downwards or 29% upwards or the adjustment, one can increase. That is why even under the same NPP now, Ghana call IMF now, claim the bottom. That same government had the cost not to increase or adjust electricity in spite of the clause in the agreement. The fact is that the IMF conditionality never spoke of increase or decrease. It speaks of adjustment. It's a quarter no one. No one should situation. No. Then you determine that okay, situation I mean you almost see now. That's it warrant say we will increase electricity. And now say you may decrease electricity. And that's what I'm telling you, say, there were instances in this same country, under the same IMF agreement, you know, that the country had a cause to decrease electricity.
And that is fact. I agree.
Left electricity stable. So nobody should say there is a compulsory or mandatory electricity increase.
And that is fact.
So let's move on from there. All I am saying is that the way it was presented by Fabrano, it doesn't speak truth to the fact. And Musa Kwabra is in the spirit of almost demonizing MPP. Forget to say the same IMF from the MPP battle in 2017, the beloved NDC, you know, Omuja Ghana in an IMF program, and at the same MPP battle here, and at the same beloved NDC, you know. And so beto a friend is saying IMF program. But the MPP IMF is demonic. The NDC IMF is not. You can nowadays opinion. You can't take that away from him. But we should not twist the fact. The NDC didn't have a gun to their head to increase electricity by 28%. It's wickedness. They don't. It's wickedness. MPP now is a demon. Between 2022 and 2024, how much cumulatively? And we increase your friend is saying